there's nothing really left to say about this one, guys. I'm just super stoked to try this with you guys because you know what? I've been looking for this for many, many years, and I've gotten my hands on it a few times through some good connections, guys. But this is 3 Floyds Gumballhead American Wheat Pale Ale. This is official, guys. I can get my hands on this in northern Michigan. Super cool, guys. 3 Floyds. If you looked at my other video, maybe I haven't even released it yet, but I describe how the distributor now carries this in northern Michigan officially. They tried before, but now I think it's going to be more of a solid concrete thing, guys. And I don't know what's left to say. This was like one of the most highly sought after beers in America for a very long time back in the day. 3 Floyds, they're the OGs. They're one of the big OGs that just had incredible stats and rankings and fan base, guys. They still do to this day, but there's something about getting this beer that's so nostalgic for me, and I just think it's awesome that I have access at my fingertips at any time now. And the coolest part is that this is packaged on 7/20, guys. August 7th, time of recording. Super duper fresh still from Munster, Indiana, I believe. So yeah, guys, I'm just, it's nostalgic to actually sit here with you guys and review this, although I've had it before. But you know what's funny is I don't think I've ever had one this fresh. It was always kind of one of those things where I knew somebody around Indiana and they gave it to someone else and transported it, and there's probably some terrible transportation, temperature burn, and just horrible, horrible things for the beer, temperature swings and everything. So I'm super excited. I think this one was fresh and it was transported properly. I'm just very excited. So I'm just going to dive in, guys. I'm kind of lost for words because I'm so happy to have beer like this in Michigan. I review all the Michigan beers, and it's fun sometimes to get the out-of-state beers to talk about with you guys because it reaches a wider fan base. You know what I'm saying? You guys from Indiana might be watching this and going, yeah, big freaking deal. We drink this all the time, but it's harder for me to get it, guys, but not anymore. So, Gumballhead. What we have is just a nice pale straw golden yellow, guys. It looks beautiful in the glass. Looks a little bit darker in your eyesight than mine. Nice, firm, thick, dense, compacted head in there. I mean, about a pinky and a half, pinky's worth, guys. I wouldn't say incredible carbonation, but pretty good streaming to the top. It's got a little bit of that burnt orange color in there as well. Looks really good. Looks really, really good in the glass. Let's go to an aroma, guys. Yeah, I mean, just kind of this zesty, juicy tangerine slash lemon. I mean, it's got that kind of quality of the wheat ale. It's kind of vibrant and almost comes across like tropical, a little bit of slight hoppiness, becoming almost more of like an IPA to the nose or a pale ale to the nose more than a wheat. But it's got this just beautiful sweet softness to it. It's lovely. It's lovely on the nose. It smells great. A little bit of like almost grassy herbal dankness in a way, just very, very slight, and a slight floral note, just kind of catapulted into the wheat category. I don't know, guys. It's different. It's a hybrid. If I had to do a blind, I'd say it's a pale ale or an IPA. I mean, that's the brutal honesty. Let's dive in, guys. Super excited. Yeah, it's almost got this like weird dank wheat thing. Like I don't know what's in there. I don't know if it's like mosaic. I don't really know. Don't know the hop profile of this beer, guys, but it's almost like it's got this slight dank, grassy pininess on the back end that I'm just not accustomed to having in a wheat ale. But on the front end, it's that softer wheat smoothness, and then it kind of transitions into that pale kind of IPA category, the grassy herbal, slight floral, dank, just awesome little bitterness on the back end, and it's a fantastic beer. That being said, I don't know how to rate that as just a wheat, because it doesn't come across as one. It's not, guys. It's an American wheat pale ale IPA mixture, in my opinion. That's just what it is. Now, if I do this blindly, would I rank it as high? I don't know. There's a nostalgia factor in this. it's just great to get my hands on this beer, guys. It's just something about the history of the beer. But if I knew nothing about it, I would tell you guys it's a very well done IPA or pale ale. I mean, that's just what I tell you it is, or like a India pale lager or something kind of hybrid like that. It's just beautifully done. So again, you got this like nice orange creamsicle kind of slight softness on the front with this like little lemon zest, coupled with some just a dash bit of hoppiness, but then it goes into this bigger kind of IPA quality on the back end, guys. That kind of herbal, piney, slight floral, grassy, bitter thing, and it just for some reason it works. And maybe in theory it shouldn't, but when your lips hit this thing, it just does work. It works, guys. I like this beer a lot. And it's easy, it's soft, but it's big and it jumps at you too at the same time. So it's just kind of the best of both worlds. It almost reminds me of like if All Day Vacay from Founders was done with mosaic hops and then was like transitioned into an IPA somehow. So it's almost like All Day Vacay with like My Kiss from Black Rocks. Like for you Michigan people, if you can relate to this is I'm trying to give this comparison to you, is that I call this Founders All Day Vacay, okay, All Day IPA, and My Kiss from Black Rocks, all in one beer. Does that make any sense? I hope someone from Michigan was watching this. That is the vibes I get on this beer. It's freaking awesome. Those are some of my favorite beers, guys. And this was done a long time ago. These guys were ahead of their time. Very, very much so, guys. So as far as rating, how can I? I don't know. I mean, if I didn't know that it was this beer, I'd probably go lower, guys. But now I'm going to try to reel it in a little bit and not be too over the top here. So I think where I'm going is 4.1 out of 5, which still might seem too high, but I'm trying to middle of the road it, guys, for where my thoughts are on both sides of the spectrum. 4.1 out of 5. Super cool to have this beer at my disposal. Super fresh, guys. Gumballhead from 3 Floyds in northern Michigan. I'm Dan, guys. Please like the video. Comment down below. What do you think of this beer? Are you getting it fresh? What do you think in the past? How far ahead of the game were these guys? I'm over and out. Cheers. Thanks for joining me.